Yeah, so there's a little bit of hard work, right? Obviously, we have to build the padded wall firstly. We we found a solution last year to stick the wall pad really well. And then when we tried to take the wall pad off yesterday, um, it was coming off in like chunks, right? Because it was so well stuck. So actually what happened was the previous wall was so covered in foam and bits that we couldn't reuse it. So we had to take that wood down. We've had to repurpose as much of it as we can. We've added in a few sheets this morning that I went and got to put on the wall. So essentially we create a false wall, OSB it, and then we stick mats direct to it. The top's going to be cladded with like a marble paneling, very similar to what's going on downstairs. And then this afternoon, I got that glued in place. These two floor mats down, ready to go. So then tomorrow, when we come in, we can focus on downstairs after the open mat. We've left this mat last because there's a few complexities, right, cutting around the pillars and things like that. And then our post protections get posted out. And now go around and tidy up any of the little, cutouts around the pillars. The mats, we did go with Zebra on a Solihull project. They saved the day, right? Because there was some shipping delays. They were great. There's no Zebra white mats left in the world, supposedly. There's three. I've got four over there, by the way, if anyone wants to make me an offer. And they went into a new surface testing, and that failed production. So they can't supply any white mats right now, which is really unfortunate. Dollarmore I've always had a good relationship with, and Sportcom in particular that work out of France. So I've asked them. Obviously, they've helped me out with pricing and gave me a decent discount for the influence we have, not only locally and people wanting to try and do similar and do the same, but also internationally with our brand and people following us. They want to try and make a similar aesthetic, right, to our gyms. So they did us a really good deal, looked after us, but they get shipped from France and it takes like, I think they took him in total, like production and shipping was probably about 15, 16 weeks. They were meant to arrive Friday 10 a.m. We had like 8 guys ready to hand offload them because there's no tail lift. I got a phone call at like 8:30. They're stuck in the Portsmouth port. They couldn't get them through. There was something wrong with the paperwork. They had to change that. They ended up arriving at 4 p.m. So it was just me and Danny trying to drag these mats up. Hannah was outside trying to help. Serena turned up a little bit later on to help us, but absolute carnage, yeah. But ballpark figure, I think I've worked it out, and I may be wrong, but probably about £100 a square foot, square meter. Um, but yeah, probably downstairs and upstairs has got to be 20, 25 around that, yeah. Yeah, so like even today, for example, right? I want to get the wall pod on, get these two in. I'll get changed in a little bit. I'll start coaching from teens onwards. Obviously, the guys are down there teaching kids right now. Then Friday we'll come in. We may be able to do some before open mat, so I might try and get upstairs before the open mat and get that one cut in with my dad. My dad will help me with cutting. He's a little bit more experienced. Then after open mat get changed, and then boom, rip out the ground floor. Fingers crossed we don't hit any hiccups because we've got time pressures that we need to be reopened for Saturday. We have a comp training day on Saturday as well, where like 100 kids show up from around the UK and train. And then after Saturday, we're back in Sunday to finish, right. And I imagine that will look like just the finishing touches of like the cladding above the wall pads, framing the wall pads, but the actual surfaces, God willing, will have gone down and be in place and ready to go. Yeah, it kind of sounds weird, but I have this kind of connection with putting the mats in. Like it's very personal to me, right? I wanted to develop something like with my own hands, and yes, I could have paid somebody to come and put it in, and maybe they even do a better job, right? I don't know. But the fact that I know I've laid these mats down with my own hands, my own effort, my own time, when I see people train on them, and the respect I have for it, it's like coming to a special place, right? It's like it's quite spiritual. So I like creating things. I like the creativity of jiu-jitsu. I like the creation of new ideas, and to actually create your own space with your own hands is special. So I would say end of April, everything like complete. Be able to get some really nice images of the gym, show everyone around, do a little gym tour, and hopefully even like IBJJF will be on board like they were last time. I'm sure they will. And then just after that, end of May, our new uniform should arrive. So by the summer, we should be in a great place. We've figured out and navigated the scenario and situation really well. We're where we're meant to be. That's why I'm always a big believer that, you know, wherever you are is where you're supposed to be. So we're just working hard. We're doing what we need to do. Academy's starting to look great. The geese are insane, and to see everybody wearing them, it's going to be a special day. Yeah.